Hello, welcome to the training video on custom views, where I'm going to go through what custom views are and show you some examples of how you can create them. So custom views are really designed to make it easier for you to customize how Lansweeper looks for your specific use case, and also to allow you to more easily filter on data that you need to see. So let's head into Lansweeper and take a look at some of the custom views and how you can create them. So here in Lansweeper, custom views are available at the moment on 2 pages. So you can do it either in inventory or also in the security insights. But we're going to focus on inventory, where obviously if you head over to inventory by default, you get all of these different columns here with all kinds of information in it. But you can specifically filter it, narrow it down a bit more to have a view that's fitted for you. Now, by default, there will be a custom view already named end of life data. This is one of the custom views that we've created for you kind of as an example. So you can see here that it has some different type of information in it. Custom views are really just a filtered version of this kind of all asset page. Now, to create one, obviously you can here on the left hand side, you'll see that there is a custom view. You can do a bunch of different options here, but let's just head into custom view itself, where we'll be able to see what you get and what you can change. So at the top, some of the fixed columns that are not adjustable, you can disable some of them if you want. But the one thing that will always be there is the asset name. And then it's just which fields, which columns would you like to see in your specific overview. For example, if I just want to narrow it down and make it a bit more concrete, I'll remove some of these columns, seeing as I'm not really interested in those, so that I can get a bit more of a focused view. And then down below, you'll see all of the available columns that you can add. So for example, if you have custom fields as well, you can add custom fields to the view. And obviously also here at the top side, when you do have added all of the fields that you do want to see, the order here is also important. So you can change the order. If I want my documentation custom field to be at the front or near the front, I can put it just after type, so that it's sorted well or ordered correctly. And I can add a few other ones here. I'm just going to pick a few random ones just to have something in there and apply. Now, once you hit apply, it will immediately apply those changes to the view that you're looking at. So you can see here that my documentation column has been added, domain, all the other things that I've been adding is all listed here. Now, if you want to further customize this, you can also add filters to it. So we're going to go to the filter button here, where you can select anything really that you've seen before in the other list to filter on it. So if I want the type, for example, to be equal to Windows, I can do that. Hit apply, and again, it will immediately apply it, and you'll see that here it will just have a view now of all of the Windows devices along with the columns that I've selected earlier. Now, next step for this would be to make sure that we can revisit this view over and over again, which means saving it. So if we head over here at the top where it says unsaved view, this is where you can save it. As you can see, here we have the save view and configurations, where we can then give it a name. Windows assets is this. Save that. And you can see here on the left hand side where we have a list of our views, that we now have a new one called the Windows assets, the one that we just created. Additionally, you can export this if you want to use it. If you want to use the data in other products or in other tools, you can export it here with this button. And lastly, and also quite important, is with all of the new changes that we've done in Lansweeper Cloud and making it easier for you to control which data is viewed by who, you can also share this. Right now, when you do create a custom view, it is private. You can see when I mouse over it, it says private view, indicated by the lock item. All of these views here are private at the moment, but I can actually share that. So here on the share button, it'll let me either share it automatically with all of the accounts and all the new ones in the future. If it's just a global view or custom view that you want to be able, that needs to be available to everyone, Or if you have specific accounts for people that manage specific type of devices or need to see specific information, you can share it with specific accounts as well, so only they have access to that data. Maybe last thing to go over or to give you a view of is one of the custom views that I created earlier, where I've just created a custom view where only assets show up that have a PO number filled in. So this would be an easy way just to find all of the assets where you have filled in a PO number. You can obviously do the opposite as well. If you're looking for assets that do not have a PO number filled in, maybe that's a way for you to get an overview of all the assets that you still need to actually fill in a PO number, something you can then assign to someone else when they need to add PO numbers. If you want, if for your specific use case, for your company, you need PO numbers for every single device, then you can do it that way to kind of more easily hand out or assign tasks and help those people complete their tasks as well. With that, I've covered everything there is for custom views right now, and you can head over to the next video to learn more.